This is Jordan Conradson from the Gateway Pundit here at the Arizona Audit with Ken Bennett. How's it going?
Going well, Jordan. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good.
Good.
So we know the Biden Department of Justice is getting involved in this process. What capacity are they stepping in?
They sent a letter to Senate President Karen Fann last night, I think it was, saying that they had two concerns. One was ballot security, and the other was voter intimidation. I'll talk about the second one. Part of the scope of the work for the auditor is to do some kind of spot checking of voter registrations, and if two ballots were recorded by Maricopa County having come from a particular address, if we went to that address and somebody says, yeah, that makes sense or whatever, or 10 or 3 or none or what. So there's an aspect to just kind of spot checking some voter participation information, and the DOJ says they want to make sure that happens without there being any voter intimidation. And so I'll make sure, as the liaison for the Senate, that to the extent that they do that activity, that they do it in a way that no voters are intimidated. The other one was a concern about security of the ballots, which I think is completely unfounded, because we've had 24/7 security of the ballots, guarded security. We have a very tight perimeter around the building. You don't get in this building unless we know you by name and what you're coming in for. And then once you're in the building, we have guarded security as well. So we have live stream cameras. We're keeping the ballots very secure. We're keeping the people that work in this building very secure. The reporters that come in to observe very secure. And so I don't think there's any concern that they need to have about security of the ballots.
Does this create any future concerns about more interference or attempts to undermine the process?
You always wonder whether a letter expressing concerns is a precursor to a lawsuit or something like that, but we'll have to see whether one turns into the other. I hope not, but We'll see.
So do you see any issues with the federal government interfering with the Arizona legislature directed audit?
Well, if they do interfere, I would see a big problem with that. So if they want to send a letter to President Fann and ask her and me as her liaison to address a couple questions, we'll do that. But if they do something more than that, I think that would be interference.
Okay. And then we also know that Soros-funded Katie Hobbs is behind all this. So why do you think it is that she's been trying so hard to stop this process?
Well, she has expressed opposition to the audit from the very beginning, and that's unfortunate because the chief elections official of our state should be supporting election integrity, transparency, and public verification of elections, and that's what we're doing here. So there's nothing we're doing here that I wouldn't think that an election official that wants to have confidence in our elections in the state of Arizona wouldn't support, and yet she continues to oppose it, and that's unfortunate, but I guess that's her opinion, so she's entitled to that.
Right. And then last question. So Kelly Ward tweeted a photo of external drives that were loaded with nightly early vote totals and taken to an off-site undisclosed location nightly by an employee or Dominion contractor working for Maricopa County. Who handled these external devices, and what was on them, and where did they go?
I don't know anything about what she was talking about, so I'd have to see the information that she's referring to. I haven't been told about that information, and I haven't been told that those specific drives are any of the drives that we received from Maricopa County, so I don't have any comment on that.
Okay. Will you be looking into that?
Well, if she lets me know that there's something worth looking into, I'd probably be interested in looking into it, but I would hope that she would communicate that directly instead of I gotta hear about it from a tweet. So.
Right. All right, thank you so much.
Okay, thanks.